So just kind of talk about what you've seen out of your guys at corner so far in camp.
Well, it's a process, but the thing is we're running, 2 or 3 more packages than we had last year because we got a little bit more depth. So we're able to train the cornerbacks in several different defenses, several different positions, We're able to put 2 and 3 deep right now at the nickel position, which last year, we barely had enough for one nickel, But being able to do that, it's allowing a lot of the young guys to step up and play. And, it's creating a lot of depth throughout the defense right now. So, and moving Nico Thorpe back to the safety position. To go with Demetrius McNeil gives you a lot of speed, a lot of size back there. Enrique Florence is coming on. He's showing that same type of ability. Big, strong, fast kid. Trent Fisher's having a heck of a camp so far. Ryan Smith's coming around back there to safety. So it's allowing us to take people like a T-Bell, Jermaine Whitehead, Robeson Therese, and train them in a nickel position. And it still gives us depth at the corner because you still, sitting there with Chris Davis at one side. You're able to play Ryan White, which had to play last year at the other side, along with, John Mincy and Jonathan Rose. So it's given us some depth there.
Talk about, if you would, Phillip, how important the nickel is these days in modern college football with so many teams spreading out defenses.
Yeah, well, I was here back, when the conference was basically 2 backs, pound the ball straight ahead, physical. And it's still a very physical conference, but the thing is now you don't see 2 backs as much as you used to. So everybody's putting at least 3 receivers in the game, what we call 11 personnel, or 4 receivers. And you've got to be able to match it, And to always play 3 linebackers, you have some matchup problems in that situation unless you play pure zone. And then last year, we were forced to do that because of depth situations a lot. But, with the packages that the offenses bring at you today, running the option, threatening you horizontally, vertically, you're going to have some speed people in the ballgame.
Is there any of those young guys in particular that have stood out to you?
Oh, yes. In fact, all of them really have. They've come in and way ahead of the curve, The 3 that come in last year all had to play. They had to help us in some way. The 3 that we have this year, to be honest, are probably a little ahead of where those were last year. Are they there yet? No. But, the process has been a lot faster.
Coach Thigpen was talking the other night about Terezi and saying he's kind of like a revolutionary type of prospect, the type of prospect that you would recruit to be a cornerback in the future. What does he mean by that? What is he?
The quicks, the hips, the body, he's built strong. And athletically, he can do things and turn and make plays that you can cut off certain parts of the field. And the whole thing is, there's a speed that they're playing with today. You have got to be open to cut certain things off. You've got to have an open stance out in open field to be open to run with these guys. Well, when they double move you, you better have the hips to adjust and be able to turn, what we call speed turn or baseball turn. You've got to be able to do that out in open field, and he has that ability.
Phillip, how did the young guys handle the first day of full pads?
I thought the leadership was great. I thought the guys that had been here before and going through all the ball games we did last year really helped in that aspect of it. And I think they're adjusting well. Like any kid coming out of high school, they hear it, but till you see the speed of it and what we expect, it's kind of a surprise to these guys. But I think they've handled it real well.
Being an old football guy, do you look forward to this day when all the pads go on and it goes live?
Oh, absolutely. I've been here a long time. And each year, I don't know, I look forward to it. It's you work year-round anyway, if you stay in this game. But to put the full pads on and see these guys, and I saw some good things today. We're inexperienced. Everybody knows that. The one thing that you can't give these guys, you can give them everything in drills that you want, but you can't give them the game experience. And and that's what I'm waiting to see now. We've had the pads to go on. I see that they'll be physical, but until they get in front of that crowd.
What have you seen from Jonathan Rose so far this fall camp?
Jonathan's doing a very good job. He had an interception out there today. He's tall and lanky, but still got the good hips and able to run. So, he's going to get the ball lifted a little bit more, like a Carlos Rogers and some of those guys that has that height, that's able to still turn their hips and play. Because a lot of times when you get that height, you don't have that quickness or the feet of a smaller guy that's closer to the ground, When you do, it's something special. So, we all try to get that height. It's just very rare and hard to find, at that position.
Talking with T-Bell a couple times, he's brought up, you know, himself when people used to call him soft and how much that bugged him. I mean, why do you think that bugs him so much?
You know, we've had a lot of guys that come in here with that reputation, especially when they didn't play that position in high school. Let's say they played quarterback, wide receiver, and they say, well, they've got the hips, they've got the speed and the quicks, but they're a little soft, this, that, and other. And T-Bell knows, he went through the process here. When he first come in, we kind of tell them that sometimes, you know, if they're not doing exactly what we want, and most of the time they're going to compete. They're all competitors. You know, they're all competitors, and they will usually give you what you coach and what you ask for. And that's what we want. Here's our guys to be physical, and that's what we stress.
Appreciate it.
Yes.